Hello and welcome again. And today I'm going to be inking Goddess Kali. And you guys helped me out with the details, and there are a few that I kept and few that I had to let go because they were a bit. Some people said it's fine, things like the number of hands and things that she was holding. So I just did my best to keep most of the details in, and some which I hope are okay that I left out. Anyway, so I have a few questions today, and wait, let me open it up. Okay, so first question, have you ever tried any other painting method like abstract paintings on canvas with acrylics? I've not done abstract, to be honest. I've never really taken to abstract as much. I think because I never really went to like fine art school or did fine arts. I've never really painted, and so everything I did was just like I don't want to say self-taught, but more experimental, because I feel like I'm not taught yet. I don't do acrylics only because they keep drying, and I just ended up using the pans. I started off with the watercolor pans, and they just seem to work a little better. Yeah, that's the only thing. That's the only reason I use watercolors, because the pans don't dry up as quick, and it's okay if they do. Anyway, next question. How do you draw on photographs? Photoshop. Easy. You can even do it on any photo editing software you can draw, like Procreate as well, which I'm going to do a tutorial on next. That's my next one. And I hope that will be useful. And I know a bunch of you have asked about Photoshop. I'll do it right after the Procreate one. Okay? Alright. How do you manage to use software for illustration and make it look more hand-drawn? It's because did I answer this? I think I did. If I didn't, it's because I draw on paper and then I scan it and then I use Photoshop. So it is technically hand drawn, but there are also various brushes. Oh, I definitely talked about this. Anyway, you can just use brushes that have a hand-drawn texture. That should be available with Photoshop itself. I think Photoshop comes with brushes preloaded in it, and some of them mimic tools like your crayons and pencils and stuff like that. So that could be useful as well. Anyway, how do you get ideas on what to draw? Actually make a note of what I have to draw about, or ideas I have of things I have to draw about. So that's pretty useful. So every time I have an idea, I don't actually draw it immediately. I get back to it later when when I have to draw, and then I refer to my notes, and that's how I usually draw. But generally the ideas just come on like everyday things. Like, so if something funny happens, I'm just like, if something funny happens, my first thing is I should draw about it. Or like if I see something funny, or I feel like something needs to be drawn in a way. That's pretty much how I get my ideas. It's usually from anywhere, everywhere. Funny question. A few people have asked if Charlie sleeps with his eyes open. No, he doesn't, but Henry does. Guinea pigs sometimes sleep with their eyes open. Actually, all the guinea pigs I had before didn't, but Henry does. And apparently this is super normal, and I think it's a survival technique if I read right. But he sleeps with his eyes open most of the time, I think, a good 50% at least. And it's adorable. Alright, next one is, it's not easy converting a passion into business. What we liked once turns out very stressful, leading to hating the same activity that once brought joy. How do you keep that from happening? So, I think one of the important things is that there will be projects which you get from clients which I wouldn't say not bring you joy, but they're definitely more work-based. And one of the things that I think I always encourage as well, and which I do all the time, is that I draw for myself a lot. And that could be things like for me, it's the ones that I post on social media. So things that make me happy drawing, and also some things which like I may not even post. Like, say I want to draw a bum, and I can't really post a bum picture. Why am I saying bum? I don't know. Well, but you know what I mean. Like something you really don't want to post, but you feel like drawing anyway, and like make you happy drawing. I think it's really important to do your own like personal projects as well. Like so, like just drawing for like some friend of yours, or like not really work. And I think that's what actually still keeps that joy of what you're doing for work as well as the fact that you enjoyed doing it before as well. Yeah, and that's literally about it. Like self-initiated projects are super important, and also doing things like otherwise that like what happens when you just start a business is that it becomes only the business, and it's really important to like tune out from it as well. Like so have other types of hobbies or things that you do not work related. It could be anything from like if you're baking for a living, probably not baking when you're like not baking some of the time in the day. Like you cannot be in the kitchen the whole day. It just brings a sort of a difference in your life in a way. I don't know, I just find that really nice. Yeah, that's about it. There are a few more questions, but I'm trying to do about 5 a video, because then it just gets too much. My next video should be Procreate if I'm good. And yeah, hope that will be useful. And then I promise I'll do the Photoshop one. Okay, thank you. Bye. Have a nice day.